So there's the main shaft of the gear. This is the real gear that actually moves the actual windmill. And this is all made out of wood. And there's the teeth on it. Wow, this is wild.
Not an extra, yeah.
We're up in the windmill up here, and here's the actual... So we're up in the windmill here. Here's the actual looking out the window right here. Look at the views from the top. You can see your neighbors. And if it's time to go to bed, this is where you're going to be sleeping. In this beautiful bed. But I think on this bed, I'm gonna need some more pillows. And here's another bedroom upstairs. And this is how they actually played up here and slept in red stories in the windmill.
Met de grootste bewondering na. Als zij 's avonds de ezel van Bertus naar het land bracht. Eigenlijk waren er ook 2 uitzonderingen. Na alle mensen op het dorp zijn vrienden.
A very, very simple life, but a lot of work. You see the very, very steep stairs? Those are how to get up here. We got 3 more. So we're going up the stairs to go up higher. We just left the bedrooms.
Yes, I am.
And we're going up much higher and higher. And you can see and feel there's fishing nets up here. This is where they dry the fish. And there's a lot of areas where they actually dry the fish. And as we come here, you look.
I noticed myself too, I don't really walk backwards. I'm used to Dutch stairs. A lot of the stairs in the Netherlands are very steep.
Look at the view here.
Yeah, this is a little steep.
Very, very amazing. Okay, so now we're on the top part of the floor, and this is where the actual windmill goes outside there. And then here is the wheel with 1 gear, and that's where the turning mechanism is there, and then the braking system on the windmill. And the main structure is right here, this wheel here. And boy, imagine, this is very, very, very old. And there's little peepholes there you can see. Now I asked, what did they use for heat? And they say they use a lot of blankets and body heat. There was no heat. Well, we're gonna go back down the steps, and they're quite steep right here. So there's 3 floors in this area. We're down back at the base, and here is the back part of the actual wheel with the back part of the teeth. And the wheel goes down there, and this is quite a big, giant windmill. Look at the beams. And then, of course, on the bottom floor is the kitchen. And this is the big bedroom for Mom and Dad. And the kids get the view, the best of the best view up on the top of the windmill. And the sewing machine down below for clothing to keep warm. And look at the view from outside, inside, outside. A beautiful Bradford pear tree. And after a whole full day, it's time for a nap. And this is the living quarters right here. Well, let's go outside in the garden. The boat, another garden over there, another boat for repairs, and there's the shed. And this here is how you actually turn the windmill. The storage area outside the shed. And there's the shoes, the official Holland, Netherlands shoes. So as you can see in here, they're rebuilding this one here, and you can actually hear them building it and making it more modern. So you're taking history from the old and making it brand new, but keeping that history so much alive for hundreds and hundreds of years. Yep, we're going for a nice walk, but look at the view. All directions. Let's go down and just kind of chill out. This must be a perfect place to almost during the day to go fishing. And once these grasses are all turning rich and green, it'll probably be a good area for shedding. But don't forget, this is what they're using for their roofs. All of this. You would think they're grasses, but yes, they are. But that's what does the actual roof up above.
But we do have to be good and keep up, okay?
So if you see, this will be excellent, excellent roofing material. And that's the roof. Rudy, I got a question for you. So I know we're in Rotterdam, and the other one is like Kinderjack or...
Yeah, no. Jimmy, we will be in Rotterdam this afternoon.
Oh.
Right now we are docked in a small town called Kinderdijk.
So there's no J?
There's no J. Well, there is a J, but in the Dutch alphabet, an I and a J next to each other is pronounced A. Maybe you recall when we were in Amsterdam, we were docked on a waterway which is called the A. And I refer to it as a Canadian waterway, since Canadians are always saying A. I love Canada, A. So therefore, that is how we pronounce it. So another city like Nijmegen, if you read it, it says Nijmegen. But here we are in Kinderdijk.
I got it.
You got it. And now our ship is docked on the Lek. And when we board it, we are going to turn the ship around and we are going to head to Rotterdam, which is another dam city where a dam was built on the river Rotte.
So why is there so many dams at the end of all these words?
Because our country was basically built on dams.
Oh!
We reclaimed land from all over the area, so therefore we have all these dam cities.
Damn it!
Damn!
So look at this. We are going by, look at this. I mean, this is an actual ship. Look at this. All made out of wood. That is unbelievable. And it looks like it's docked and they're repairing the bottom of the ship. And this is in Rotterdam. And like my wife just said, it does look like, what does it look like, Christine?
Noah's Ark.
It does. It looks like Noah's Ark. And that's got to be thousands and thousands of years old. Wow. Old meets new. We're going on this red bridge, and then what are we going to do?
We turn back
Yeah.
after, yeah. Just pick up the
So we
under
just
the next
want to.
bridge.
Yeah, we want to just on
And
the.
then we turning and coming back to that place there, up from the bridge.
Which is that red bridge? What is that red bridge called?
The same name as our king.
And who is the king?
You don't know the king from the Netherlands?
No, I don't. No.
Willem Alexander.
Really?
Willem Alexander van Oranje-Nassau.
And we're gonna turn around and then we're gonna dock. This is like being in your hammock in your backyard and just chilling. And everybody stays on course. In other words, is there everybody has the right different directions right of ways? Left on left and then right on right?
Yes, normally yes.
Kira, goedemiddag Maasbrugge. Goedemiddag. Uit Parkhouden door naar boven.
And unfortunately, after today, tonight we're heading back to Amsterdam.
Om 800.000 meter boven de Parkhouden. En volgende binnenvaart, die zit net boven de Rassenbrug over. Ja, oké, je bent. De Maasbrugge 3. Je zou vragen gaan naar je afsluitbrug, bestemming Maashaven. De 3, ze zegt de Maasbrugge, dat is begrepen uit. Mattia boven de Holland 5 van heel Dijssel in. De Mattia sector, dat is begrepen uit. De natuurhoudel sector dat is gelezen. Vraag moet u nog keren daarover? Ja, aber bevor wir weer kurz Hafenrundfahrt machen, wir sagen dann Bescheid. De natuurhoudel, dat is begrepen. Graag een melding voor u gaat keren.
Sector Maasbrugge voor de Vria.
Sector Maasbrugge over.
Ja, goedemiddag, de Vria komen afvaren op uw gebied binnen bestemd voor de Maashaven.
Vria, dat is begrepen uit.
This is unbelievable.
No, it's not unbelievable.
What, it's nothing?
No, and nothing I just say, but for me it is normal.
Yeah, but every day you get a different view of the world.
Yes, but every trip at the moment is the same.
No, it's not. To me, every building is different in its own way, and you get to see different people.
You see different people, that's yes, but the building is every week the same.
Well, the buildings aren't going anywhere.
Yes.
But you know what's good about this? You're in your own seat. There's only one seat, and nobody can bother you. Except me. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I see that the water taxi went flying by. Can they do that?
Yes, but they do a lot of things but it's not allowed. And there were also big accidents with the water taxis.
Oh, jeez. Well, no accidents today. Well, thank you so much for allowing me into your quarters.
With pleasure.
Oh, he is a wise guy, yeah. It really is. And so everyone.
Right here, they're tearing down an old building, an old manufacturing building. And look at the sky dome over there, right there in the background.
We went down. That clear song. We didn't think about that. I mean, it was like this big.
I wonder about that now.
And it was all warm. The guy just takes one of these on.
And you know, oh my God, you're talking about
That was an experience.
Oh my God.
Now that I think of it.
I can see
Like
it.
this big. It was. This made them, and then he put chocolate on them or in them. We were a mess by the time we were done eating it.
It was interesting. The tour guide says, oh yeah, I've had those.
You must have had the little mini custard.
Oh yeah. They bought those ones today. Yeah, about this big. Yeah.
I don't remember
One of our
that.
tours. Yeah, remember we went and watched somebody came and gave them to us after.
Oh, that's
This is the Embassy of the United States of America in the Netherlands. Beautiful tree-lined sidewalks. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the lanterns out there. And nice creative gardens.
The king has a beard. That's a few years ago. Suddenly the king had a beard. It was a big national topic for a week. Like, have you seen the king has a beard? Yes. And everyone, we're okay with the beard. And there's Amalia, crown princess. She's now 22. This photo is quite recent. Amalia, Alexia, Ariane. So they took a theme. They said, let's do the letter A. So kids with the letter A. And she will be the queen. In the Netherlands, though, you are a king or queen until you decide that you retire. So in England, they never learned that. You rule until you drop dead. Yeah. She's the oldest. But his mother, for example, was the queen until 2013. She's still alive. In 2013, she said it's time for a new generation. I stepped down. She has a lot more free time now, and she is then again a princess. So when he stepped down, he would become a prince. And she would become this woman. Like I said, yeah, the daughters are not in America, so still keep your eyes open for the daughters. Who knows? They will see them. But before we go left, we're going to walk to really feel like a royal view once a year and my parents. Before we do that, I need to point out the building there, the yellow building. That is the most famous hotel. It's Hotel des Indes, meaning Hotel of the Indies. And the Indies in Dutch refers to Indonesia, which used to be a Dutch colony. And in the 1880s, when this hotel was opened, it was quite fashionable to name your hotel after the sort of proud colony, so that attracts people. It was quite a fancy hotel always. In the year 1900, it was really ahead of its time, and that's one of the first elevators of the day. And every room had a telephone connection with it. Yeah. And every room had access to flowing hot and cold water. And in its 150 years, there have been many famous people sleeping over, because The Hague is a city from international conferences, so world leaders, when they are here, many sleep here. We've had Michael Jackson, Winston Churchill, some European royals, and also President Eisenhower, for example, and one of the Roosevelts. So inside they have a whole list. The rich and famous, they've been here.